kind of shooting in the sun, and as you can see, that was to the left of me, or the right of me was the falls, and over here is the river. I'm not too sure what river that is. I believe it's the Allegheny River, because I'm on the Great Allegheny Passage called the Gap. Some more bike tours. Hi. Good morning. I just left Connellsville and I'm on the trail. Mile marker probably 85, right around there. I haven't seen one. So this is the trail I'm on. That's the Ohio River next to me, if you can see it. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. So you can see the trail behind me as well. Beautiful river, sun over the mountains. And I will flip the video in just a second. I can't do it while I'm riding, so you can see ahead of me. Let's see here. As you can see, there's the mountains. I don't know if you can see through the trees. And I'm heading towards Ohio Pyle, one word. And that's Ohio with a P-Y-L-E. And as you can see on the trail, it's pretty smooth, relatively smooth. What we have here is every so often you get these nice little rest spots, shaded. Very, very nice. So if you need to rest, you can sit at the bench, or if it rains, it covers you up. All right. Well, they said there was a tree ahead. Down, and sure enough, it looks like it just came down from a storm. Maybe the other day. They had bad storms here last week. This is the Great Gorge. I believe that's what they call it. So it's the same river, but we're just going to cross it that I've been following. So here goes. Let's see how this comes along. Alright. As you can see, people walking. I guess there's parking somewhere around here where you can walk to it. Hopefully everybody can see it. And into the opening. But I gotta stop. Just beautiful. Gorgeous. And I go a little bit further. the other end. Here's some information about river recreation. And I'll go to the end here. Alright, I climbed down from the trail and now I'm at the river basin. I'm just going to give you a nice 360 panoramic view of the river. This is about 10 miles past Ohio Pile, maybe 15, probably 15. And we got another passing here, bridge. We're going to pass over a river, probably the same river, Casseum River. Casseum, C-A-S-S-E-L-A-M, Casseum. And beautiful. Look at how gorgeous this is, just gorgeous. Make sure I keep on, I don't know what I'm videotaping, but now I got a tunnel coming up ahead, so there, video there, I'll just keep it shot this way. Okay, good. We got a tunnel coming up. This looks pretty cool. It's about, I don't know, 200 feet long maybe. Longer than that, so I'll just keep videotaping. We're at mile marker 52. They have these every mile, of course. And called the Pinkerton Tunnel. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's a railroad tunnel. It's a long tunnel, I'd say about 250 feet right around there. Bridge. We're the only ones out here. Good. I always get nervous when other people are on the bridge. I don't know which way they're going. And so I'm just going to show this right now. And let's see here. I guess there's not much here. There's no. Oh yeah, there's a river down here. And you see some wind turbines over there. It's the river over here. It's a long bridge. I just gotta keep an eye on the road while I do this. the Eastern Continental Divide. This is just like the Continental Divide in the Rockies, but this is on the east. And the side I'm on, so it runs all the way down to the Appalachians, and I don't know if it runs all the way down, but so basically on this side of the tunnel, if I squirt my water right here, that will eventually drain into the Mississippi and go to the Gulf of Mexico. Next, if I go through the tunnel, come out this end, I will be on the eastern side. And this is what I did. I climbed all the way up from Pittsburgh at 720 feet. Keep climbing, climbing, climbing to 2,392 feet. I don't know what the, I subtract that and you can find out what the delta is there. So now I get to go downhill from here on out. Woohoo! Whoopee! Alright, so if I squirt my water out here, all that water is going to drain in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? So now it's all downhill for me for a little while, that is, until I get to Annapolis. There you go. He is tame. Hello there. Hey girl. Alright, so there's a deer here at the Mason-Dixon line. And they just got some blocks pointing out the line. The line is right there. Pennsylvania and Maryland. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, and we're going to cross over. I don't have the selfie stick on, so I'm just gonna, we're crossing over to Maryland, my second state. There's Mason-Dixon blocks. And hello, today's Wednesday, the 26th. I'm just doing a stop here, looking at a small little town here. It's I'm not too sure what the town is, but I'm going to point out a little spot where I came from last night. I can see it. It is, if you see, I can't see the video very well because it's bright sunlight, but if you see a little spot there, there's a tunnel back there. And that's where the tunnel I came out of. That's right after the Continental Divide there, Eastern Continental Divide. And then you see a wind farm right up on the top there. Right there. And then this little town here. Let's just focus out. That's a little town down there. I'm not too sure the name of it. Beautiful day. It's about 75 degrees. Sunny, and it's really cool. I'm coming up on a tunnel called the Brush Tunnel, built in 1911, and we're going to go under it. keep left of fence. So we want to keep left of fence. Okay. Alright, it's pretty dark in here. This time I have a light. Hopefully I help a little bit, guiding me. You see some flashing lights up here. Don't know what those are for. I don't want to run into them. But let's just see here. Just sit there flashing. Helps if I take my sunglasses off. I'll slow it down a little bit. And looks like some. Hold on, let's just stop here for a second. Take the sunglasses off. Helps. And we'll just have to get by here really slow. How you doing? Looks like they're fixing lights in the tunnel. All right. I'll head my light. Here you see my light shining. And we're coming to the end of the tunnel. All right. Here we are. Okay, back to the tunnel. Back to light. I'm at my first lock, and they have these canal mobo tours, and you just dial it, and it explains to you what it's all about at this one stop. So I did it, and so this is about a lock keeper's family who stays in this house right here, and what they do is they open and close the locks for every boat that comes down, that gets towed down from the locks. So as you can see, it's higher over there, and then here's the lock itself, and they close it and open it, fill it, and then lower it to the next level right down there. So it's probably a good 10 feet, maybe 12 feet difference here of the way it of the water. So they need to, it would just, the rapids would be too much, and it would rush down, and it would probably flip the boat over if that was the case. So, and what they do is they're diverting the water on one side when it gets too high, but the lock keeper basically is here 24/7, 365, and they you can see right here, this is where they channel some of the other water down. As it gets too high, it'll channel down to this water, this little canal. Basically, they had a garden, so they had to grow their own vegetables and everything. But they would stay in this, it's almost like a log cabin type house, timber, lock and timber, I think that's what you call, like a Lincoln log. And that's what they do. Okay. Right now, I am stuck on the C&O Canal, and currently I have an issue with, I ran over a stick and it flipped up into the spokes and then jammed up into my, what do you call it, my fender, and it completely compressed, crumbled, and snapped up my fender. And this is when I need my fender the most, because I'm running through mud puddles and everything else. So I'm going to try to repair this fender, and hopefully I can get it back to working, and hopefully the spokes survived. I mean, it's amazing that it jammed it up that much. I mean, it just totally stopped me dead. Alright, so let's see what I can do. what you can see is I bent the fender back to its original shape to fit the wheel. I have one spoke right here that is kind of curved, bent, it's loose. That's going to have to be replaced, and I'll be all set, and I'll be on the road in about 15 minutes. Okay, hello. It is Thursday the 27th. I had a good night's sleep. It's about 8:30 or 8:20. And I come up to a tunnel on the towpath. So then I have a warning message here. Steep cliffs and loose footing. One mishap could result in serious injury or life-threatening situation. So they give me a choice. Take the tunnel or take the tunnel hill trail. Well, the tunnel hill trail goes out that way. Very steep. Up, up, up. It goes over the tunnel and up and over. So the choice is life-threatening or a lot of work. I will take the life-threatening. Call me dangerous. Alright, this time I turned on the light. We'll probably walk it, because if that's that dangerous, they're obviously saying, yeah, we gotta walk this. It's very narrow. And you can see, you do not want to fall in there. It looks really nasty. I would not want to fall in there. I don't even know what that is. Looks like something died in there. So they do have a railing, kind of loose. Oh, you can take your steps up there and look up there. I don't think I'm going to go there. But anyway, so it's a pretty big tunnel. This is where the barges went through when they towed the... So they used the donkeys to tow it. And it's a fairly long tunnel. I see light at the end of the tunnel. As you can see, it is a narrow pathway. You don't want to ride down this tunnel. There's no way. So, as you can see, there's the light down there. But okay, as you can see, I made it through the tunnel. And back there is the other end. It took me about 10 minutes to get through. I walked very briskly, so I'm thinking that it was about... Ooh, my eyes are kind of droopy. I'd say more than a half mile. It was a long walk. That little dot back there is a long ways away. These are very large tunnels. As you can see, that's the entrance right there. And that's where I have to go. Alright, as you can see, I got through the tunnel and I'm still on on the ledge here. But you can see a giant landslide went into the water where the towpath was, where the boats went down. And it came down from up there and it all crashed in there. So whenever that happened, that must have been very, very loud and very scary. So, and then here's the towpath as it continues on. Okay, here's a bridge for the canal to go over another body of water. So this was built back in the 1830s, almost 200 years ago. So about 180. So here's a 4 locks all in a row here. It's a very steep incline. So as you see, they had to gradually lower the boats down into the to the next lock. That's the second lock. And then ahead of there's a third lock, and I think there's probably another one, I assume, since they said it was 4. So that's the 4 lock houses and 4 locks, and there's the house. And they get a nice house there. Apparently because it's probably a very long task, or probably to do 4 of them. And you can actually stay overnight in a lock house. They allow you to, it's like a little inn.